Dan, it's bottle night.
It's bottle night.
It's bottle night.
Okay.
Yeah, I had no idea. So my buddy Colin Rutherford has invented bottle night. Any idea?
No idea. I've heard of bottle service before,
Correct. Yeah,
but I've never heard of bottle night.
So let's get back to how we have got to rename everything now. So Colin is out to be big on another platform and get a lot of views because of bottle night. So Colin and his girlfriend have bottle night, and this came about during the COVID lockdown and so forth, where they turn off their electronics, they sit down with each other, and they each grab a bottle, and they talk. Okay, isn't this like date night?
Yeah.
Isn't this like a regular
Movie
date?
night.
Is this like dinner and a date? Isn't this like, wait a minute.
Exactly.
Isn't this like last night when my wife got home from work? We didn't crack any bottles, but sat down, talked about the day, checked in with each other.
Bottle night.
Bottle night. So my point here, Dan, is how many times are we going to rename stuff this year?
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of acronyms. I'm sick of, you can't say bro. It's got to be bruh now. I mean, it's stupid, and you can't say babe. It's got to be bae. It's like everything's shortened and everything's crazy and it's stupid. And I just like grow up, act your age, have date night, bottle night. Okay.
Bottle night. Yeah. So first and foremost, if you're having to bring alcohol into the relationship to communicate, I think that's a flag.
Well, see
that's a flag.
I don't mind. I don't mind the alcohol because I'm not a wine guy, and I really like it when people say, "Oh, what would go good with this would be this type of wine." You go, "Oh, okay. Let me see if this person's right." And this Chardonnay has got a buttery background, and the barrels were never yelled at before the grapes were put in there. You know what I mean?
Just burned the snot out.
Right.
That's okay.
You know what I mean? It's like, so you always have different things that make wine and whiskeys and gins and different things taste differently. And again, I'll try stuff like that because I'm just not an alcohol guy. But
you're going down the other path, though. We're sitting at home. Daniel and his girlfriend are sitting at home.
I
with
know.
a bottle.
It's funny. I've had so many people write me in the last month say, what? When you're sitting there by yourself, what wine do you drink? And I'm like, I don't drink wine.
Welch's.
Oh, you just you just don't pop open a bottle of wine and just crack it open and have drinks by yourself. And it's like, God, I haven't done that since I was in my 20s. You know what I mean?
No.
You know what I mean? It's like to have a drink by myself. God, I've got so much work to do all the time that between that research, everything that's going on in the world, I'm like, the last thing I do is drink, like especially like during the week. Last time I had a drink during the week was on vacation.
Well, I had a discussion with somebody last night, and we were talking about, is there alcohol in the house? And it's like, I never really drank at home to begin with unless we were having an event or something. So I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? There isn't.
Well, see, that's the thing. There's a lot of alcohol at my house, but it's for everybody else. It's like, and then even that, it's funny. At the end of the year, I went through, okay, these beers are old. This is old. This is old, and got rid of stuff that I gave away to people that would potentially give it to somebody else. But,
so did we have a month of bottle nights lined up?
Yeah, exactly. We just did bottle night on every night of the week. And but again, you're right. Naming stuff like this is crazy, but I don't know. I'm not somebody that doesn't believe in alcohol or anything like that. But it's like there needs to be Chardonnay. There needs to be red wine. There needs to be, I've been at a lot of restaurants where I get stuck with the check, and we have one friend that's really notorious with doing this with me, where, listen, I just have got the perfect wine for this situation. And the perfect situation is Dan's paying for it, is what I always tell him. But there's been one time that it was a bottle of red, and it was, and I said, I'm going to go back and get more of that and just make sure it's in the house for other people because it was so smooth and so good. So I like stuff like that. And I like when, lately when women cook and they're saying, oh, this would be good with that. Okay, great.
sure.
Let's try it. But just to drink by myself, God, I can't remember the last time I did that.
That's
Seriously.
I,
Decades ago.
if that's you, think about it for a minute.
Right.
I mean, you have better things to do than sitting there drinking by yourself.
I just have so many situations, and I think about this. The older I get, again, don't take this the wrong way. Have a drink, enjoy yourself, do whatever you're into. But to sit there and do it by yourself, oh my God! I can't tell you how many times in the last month that I got a call at 10 o'clock at night, and I could have potentially been driving in that car, which would have been a disaster. Yeah. And again, vacation's one thing, and to go to the wine pairing with the food, that was great. That was really, interesting how they picked the stuff. And,
sure.
And what I found fascinating was when they had wine suggestions, and we suggest these 3 wines, and people are trying different things. And when I went to the Dominican Republic and we went to the rum maker and how rums are made, right, and how many different flavors of rums there were, oh my God, that was crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, but bottle
night. Oh, yeah. So let's get back to the core of it. Having dedicated time and communication with the person in your life, your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, boyfriend, that's great. All for it, but let's stop calling it this, that, and the other thing. I mean, as a married guy, it's known as date night, okay?
It's funny. So, the girl I'm dating now, and it's new. It's not like there's a relationship. It's just brand new. And, because of our age and her kids and everything going on in her life, she said, God, I was so looking forward to talking to you and to get your opinion on this. And again, guys, that's heading towards something more serious. That's heading towards something more realistic. So as far as a relationship, but if you don't have that, what do you have? And then there's bottle night. So let's get into it.
Let's put the bottle down and go meet somebody.
Yeah, exactly, guys. So see, here's the thing. It's like I keep going back to the meetup groups.
Yep.
And I keep going back to like all the wineries. It's like there are like wine clubs here in Orange County that if somebody wants to go drink, you can go hang out and drink, and they will drive you around. You Uber to place, and then they take you place to place, and then you Uber home, so you're not driving at all, which is the way to do it. But again, if you are putting yourself in a situation that is, entertaining, the arts, all the different things you can do, I mean, make it worthwhile, guys. Meet some people with some similar interests too. Yeah. That's a great way to meet people.
Well, and there again, your similar interest could be wine, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but again, if you come over to my house, whatever you guys want to drink, it's there. That's the thing about that, and I believe in that. But just because I'm not plowing down, gin and making old fashions with you guys doesn't mean that you can't do that. So I have a friend of mine. I went, who's in the influencer space, and this guy makes drinks. He's like smokes the board and does all this stuff, and it's like I don't drink old fashions, but you got to try this once because it's so incredible what this guy does, and it's worth watching him do his magic. So anyways,
and let me close with this one. If you struggle with these things, totally understandable. Don't put yourself in that position. This is where having similar interests is the absolute right thing. And my similar interest might be I don't drink.
Yeah.
It's not that I have a problem with anybody else drinking.
Exactly. I know
it's just not for me.
Just don't. And again, if you guys need help, seek help because there's a lot of places from the church to different programs and things like that. And
we have friends that are in those programs, and there's people like myself who have had 5 glasses of wine since I was 22. So it's been a long time, but please take care of yourself.
Exactly.
So that you can help take care of
others.
If
If you want to get a hold of us, it's DanielThomasShow@yahoo.com. Reach out with your questions and your criticism.
Comment below.
Yeah, and comment below too.
If we are completely off base on bottle night, fine. Let us know. We're kind of done with the acronyms and the changing of these. relabeling this again and again and again. It's date night. It's communication.
Relabeling date night, guys.
Come on.
So share your thoughts. Let us know. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye. So what do you think? Was that a great episode?
Did you see the last episode? Really? This one? I don't know.